And welcome back. This is Baller Scuba with more Radical Dreamers. When we last left off, I finished off scenario number 5. Just as promised, I went ahead and started scenario number 6. And I did do quite a few things that we have seen before, so I went ahead and did them off screen. I do want to say what they are in case you would like to do this mission as well. What you want to do is give in to sleep, then follow Kid, then go to the storeroom. You're skipping quite a few steps here. So sleep, follow Kid, straight to the storeroom, talk to the old lady, get the heal. Then try to enter the treasure vault. It'll be locked. Head down to Lynx's quarters. Ask the mirror about the key, then go to the study and get the key. It's in the purple book in the back, and then head straight back to Lynx's quarters. That's it. You're skipping a lot of steps compared to what I did in scenario 1, but if you do all of those steps in scenario 1, it won't give you scenario 6. So that's the way that you have to do it. I will put this into the description in case you did not catch all of that. So let's head into Lynx's quarters so that we can start doing something other than scenario 1. Let's actually get scenario 6 underway. No matter how many times I return here, this room still doesn't seem any more appealing to me. This is different. The only redeeming point is the mirror of whispers in the corner, always good for a chat. I walk up to it and remove the soft crimson cloth. However, the statue doesn't seem to respond. All I see is a normal reflection of the room. Wait, there's something different about the reflection. Hey, look, there's a hole in one of the walls, Kid stammers. However, looking back at the actual room, all I can see is just another solid wall. We walk over to the wall. Knocking and pushing against it provides us with no answers. It's solid. I don't get it. Kid kicks the wall, then throws a painting at it, then a chair. Nothing. Come on, Kid. I don't think that's going to do anything. Maybe there's another way. Well, what do you recommend, Mr. Know-It-All? How about we tickle it open? She yells sarcastically, taking a feather pen from the desk and tickling the wall with it. Remarkably, the wall begins to tremble and wobble. Kid jumps back at once, easily twice as stunned as I am. The wall continues to shake as a low, laughing voice starts to come out from all around us. The wall, it's laughing? Kid cautiously approaches the wall, again tickling it all over with the quill. The wall begins to contort all over, now more violently than before, as its laughing becomes more and more hysterical. Suddenly, as if bursting open, the wall starts to crumble into dust, opening up a secret passageway as the sand-like substance falls to the floor. A hole just big enough for a person stands where the wall once was. Whoa, a hidden door, Kid remarks, looking around at the passage. She fearlessly walks through a moment later. We're going through with her. This is what we came for. This is certainly a big find. I wonder what's in here. It's not going to be what you expect. I guarantee it. What? There's nothing here. Just as Kid says, it's pretty empty in here. Simple stucco walls run up this tiny square room. No furnishings, no furniture, not even a single window. Could be a holding cell of some kind, or maybe a storeroom. But if that's the case, then where's the storage? The only thing worth mentioning is a large stone slab in the center of the room. What do you suppose this thing is? A bed or something? Let's go over by Kid. We'll see what Majel has to say first. I assume that won't further this. I assume I'm locked into scenario number 6 here. I turn to talk to Majel, but he's already got his eyes closed, probably concentrating on some sort of search spell. So let's go over to where Kid is. What is it, Kid? I ask, seeing her starting to inspect the slab closer and closer. As I walk over to where she is, I see there's a small crystal embedded in the middle of the slab. We climb up on the slab in order to get a better look at it. Hey, look, there's something written on it. She's right. Faint words seem to be etched into the surface of the slab. They're in a language I don't think I've ever seen before, though. Investigate Kid a little bit more. I have to, don't I? I just have to. Kid. Huh? What the? Get your eyes off me, you pervert! It explodes with a left hook to my jaw. Ow. Fine. I'll investigate something else then. How about the crystal? I'm pretty sure the stone slab is what moves me forward here. It's a white, spherical, polished crystal. Only the upper half of it is visible. Its lower half is embedded into the slab. It's beautiful, Kid says, eyes as wide as melons. It is enchanted, Majel suddenly says from behind us. Enchanted, huh? Well, then it's gotta be valuable, she says, reaching out for the shimmering gem. But as soon as she touches it, the crystal begins to shine brighter and brighter. Shortly after, everything before my eyes turns bright white. When I come to, I'm outside. I look around and I seem to be in some sort of arena. But the weirdest thing of all is that it's daytime out. That's the weirdest thing? What's going on? What makes you think I know? We were probably teleported here. Oh, that was me? I figured that was Majel, but apparently Majel's not here. We were probably teleported here. But, where's Majel? Oh, I haven't seen him. We have to find him, I suppose. Do you recognize this place at all? No. Probably in some sort of illusion world, since we're here in the middle of the day. Illusion world? Yeah, I learned about this kind of thing from Majel. There are places that don't exist in reality, hollow voids created by a magic user. Just then, a shrill laughter echoes throughout the arena. Uh-oh. Who's there? I shout out bravely, making sure I can be heard throughout this entire arena. However, there's no reply. Kid and I look all around, but there's nothing to be found. But then, all of a sudden, a figure appears in the far entranceway. Its voice resonates throughout the arena once again. Welcome to my Coliseum. Let's confront him. Let's be brave again. I try to dash over to it, but I find myself unable to move a muscle. So much for that plan. Kid seems to be stuck just the same as I am. Please calm yourselves and listen to what I have to say. Allow myself to introduce myself. Is that an Austin Powers reference? I am known as Genji, Master Illusionist. And yes, as the astute young miss said, this is an illusory world. The arena you see around you exists only as long as I care for it to. Saying that, Genji floats up above us, about head height. I'm going with Genji. It looks like Ganges, so that's why I'm going with it. This Coliseum is a place of battle. Only victors shall gain passage back to the real world. On this day, we have two very adept competitors. You two shall come together in the ancient ritual of battle on this very ground, he announces, pointing towards us. Could we do a different ritual? Are there any questions? Why do we have to fight? Because you came to the Coliseum, of course. If you wish to return, you'll have to fight for it. You see, I am conducting an ongoing search for individuals who possess pure strength. Who knows? Perhaps one of you may end up being one of my prized gladiators. What the? Well then, shall we begin? Your audience is awaiting bloodshed. Just as Master Illusionist Genji says this, a booming roar arises from the seats in the audience, where I could have sworn not a single person sat just a minute ago. Yes, I almost forgot. It would be difficult for the two of you to combat each other in that form, wouldn't it? Allow me to transform you. Today's show will be... What shall it be? Oh yes! How about gigantic warrior combat? Behold, Surge the Gladiator versus Giga Weapon Kid! With a wave of his hands, Master Illusionist Genji disappears into thin air. What the bloody hell is going on? Suddenly, Kid's body becomes a glistening ball of white light. Kid starts to make all sorts of loud, contorted shrieks as her radiating white body rapidly grows larger and larger. As the light dissipates, standing there before me is a humongous, muscle-clad, one-eyed beast. I look down and realize that I too have been transformed. I now have a sword in my right hand and a shield in my left. Not only that, I'm decked from head to toe in leather and chains. Kinky. Power swells up inside my body as I flex my newly gained muscles. Still kind of kinky, although the Cyclops is not really my thing. The crowd erupts into a frenzy. Gedgie's voice blares over the crowd. The contestants have been rendered. Commence fighting. Kid, the gig and weapon Cyclops scowls at me with its huge round eye. Yeah, you have to fight it. I swing my huge sword up and it goes clearly over my head as though it was made of paper. What the? I've been saying that a lot lately. Usually I couldn't freely handle a sword like this with both hands, let alone one, and yet I find myself somehow able to handle this huge weapon with the greatest of ease. But there's no time to fool around with any of that now. The Cyclops is coming straight for me. With a swift leap, I dash to the side. Parrying a swing, I thrust my sword into the foot of the Cyclops. Yeah!